Jasper. I'm working at EPFL as a postdoc. So if you look at different species of Drosophila flies, mostly you see that they have a very similar body shape, some variation in colors, but overall their body is quite similar. With one notable exception, this is Drosophila prolongata, the males of which have these enormously enlarged front legs, which is a unique feature among the bodies among the Drosophila genus. Why do they have these enormous front legs? Because the females like them, of course. During courtship, they will wave these long legs in front of the female, and even they have this behavior where they stand in front of the female and then reach around and touch her abdomen, which requires having these very long legs. The legs of other Drosophila species are not long enough to be able to actually do this. And so one of the questions for my project is, how has evolution managed to shape a body that can do a completely new behavior like this while maintaining the animal's ability to do all of the normal stuff, like, for instance, walking. These enormous legs, these flies also have to be able to use to walk. But when I started my project, nothing was known about just sort of the normal day-to-day behaviors of this sort of fly. So we put this male Drosophila prolongata in a corridor where we have mirrors on the side to be able to get a view in 3D just to see, can it walk? And it certainly can, but it actually has its limbs move in slightly different ways relative to Drosophila melanogaster. Melanogaster tends to walk more like on its tippy toes, whereas this guy, the bottom segment, is much more horizontal, as if it's sort of walking on its hands. And so over the course of evolution, it's been able to figure out how to generate these new behaviors while adapting in order to be able to do these classic ones. And we want to understand evolution of a couple of different systems, the nervous system as well as the muscular system, to support this new enlarged limbs. So first, we did a reconstruction of the leg musculature in Drosophila melanogaster from X-ray CT scans. So now we have sort of a base to compare with, and we're planning on doing a reconstruction of the musculature from Drosophila prolongata males. We haven't done it yet, but we have some of these X-ray scans, so we're on our way to be able to see how the musculature has evolved to support these giant limbs. And second of all, if you just dissect out the nervous system of a Drosophila melanogaster versus a prolongata, they actually just look like a scaled-up version of one another. One of our hypotheses would be that there's an expansion of this region of the nervous system that specifically controls the front limbs, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So instead, if there have been adaptations in the nervous system, it's going to be something a little bit more subtle, to control these enormous legs. And so to look in more detail at the nervous system, we've been using a preparation that my PI developed to open a surgical window in the back of the fly while it's still alive, giving us optical access to be able to view neurons in its equivalent of the spinal cord in order to see what's going on in the nervous system as animals are awake and behaving. So here I'm showing you left and right views of a single fly that's walking on an air-supported ball while we're doing in vivo light sheet microscopy of calcium indicators in the nervous system to actually see the exact neural signals that are being sent from the nervous system to the body to control each of these movements. Here we're visualizing motor neurons that are controlling the front legs. And while so far we've only used this particular approach in Drosophila melanogaster, the hope is to use transgenic prolongata as well to be able to understand whether there have been adaptations in this neural code for movement in order to generate their new behaviors, as well as adaptations to the neural code for walking to adapt to these huge legs. And if you'd be interested in hearing more, I'd be very happy to talk to you at my poster.